Oh, doing great.
Hey, Scott, you mentioned last week that you have somebody picked out that you think should win this year. Are you going to share that with us when the show is over?
When the show's over, yes.
Either way, they'll be one of yours.
Well, I'll tell you right off the bat, Scott, my choice is Clark Beckham. Great voice, but you told him last week that his performance has to catch up with his voice. Explain what you mean by that.
Yeah, he sings so good that he doesn't project as much as he needs to, and he needs to get out of his comfort zone a little bit more, because I can see what's in him. And if you're going to win American Idol, the expectation of really having every aspect of your career together is a must if it's going to be successful. So I know there's a higher level of performance in him, and there's a higher level of a bigger song footprint, if you will. We've been doing similar type of songs. He's got this great bluesy, southern thing to his voice that is really extraordinary. But the rest of him needs to catch up. When you hear that voice, I want the rest of the performance to live up to the magnitude of that voice. And I think he has it in him. We just got to pull it out of him.
We're talking to Scott Borchetta on The Breakfast Club. Beyond just a great voice, when you see somebody, what is a star? In your opinion, if you have the star quality, can you put your finger on what that is?
Well, it's really a few different things, because it's not like there's a checklist of like, okay, voice, image, but it's really kind of that special charisma. There's a certain savvy to it. There's absolutely an artist vision and an artistic vision. And so it's really a combination of things. And every artist I've ever worked with, they have their strengths and their weaknesses. So you really want to do one of two things with the weaknesses. You either want to hide them completely or continue to work on them and make them understand. And then you want to take all the strengths and make them bigger than life. And when you can really nail that, that's when you get a superstar.
And I'm assuming you probably see that in someone on the show. But my question is, you've worked with them for a couple of weeks now. You're getting to know them on a personal level, and it's not just okay. Bring in the next person. Do I think they have it or not? Move on. Do you think that it's going to get harder for you because you're getting with them on a personal level, because you're working with them every week?
Yeah, I came into this going, all right, don't get attached, don't get personal. But, I got to go through losing one of the contestants 24 times. We've already lost, half of the top 24. And so, I came into this knowing there was only going to be one winner. So you've got to go, okay, I signed on the dotted line. And first it was kind of taking a deep breath and like, hope they have somebody good, because I am on the hook. Well, the good news is we have a lot of great contestants. But now you have to start bracketing them, because I'm going to lose one a week. And so you go, okay, what's the next weakest link? And is America going to see the same thing I'm seeing? And I think so far, looking at what my job is, and that's helping identify that the next American Idol can have a successful recording career, I think so far America's doing a great job. It doesn't mean that anybody we've lost wasn't worthy, but I think the cream is absolutely rising to the top.
And moving away from American Idol for just a moment, there's this fellow by the name of, Steven Tyler. Does he have the star quality and the charisma to be a country music star?
You know what? You can see it a mile away with Steven. And I met him, I've met him a lot over the years, but we had our first real conversation a year ago at the Grammys. And he and Leanne Rimes actually sang together at the Music Cares event. And at the time, Leanne had agreed to do our Motley Crue tribute album. And so I saw Leanne sitting there, and I pulled up a chair between Leanne and Steven, and they had done a brilliant job. And I introduced myself to Steven, and I said, I want to make a country record with you. And he looked at me like I was some kind of freak. And you can see just in his eyes, he looks right through you into your soul. And he really is an extraordinary person. He has more charisma than any 12 people you'll meet. He's more musical, crazy innuendo. I mean, I could go on for a half hour about Steven. He's awesome. I hope we get to make a record together. He he's spending a lot of time in Nashville getting a feel for it. So not a done deal, but I'm very hopeful that I get to make a record with Steven. But yeah, he's got it. He's like I said, he's got enough for 12 people. He's amazing.
Scott Borchetta, you'll see him on American Idol. Thanks for your time again, and we'll catch up again next week. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Awesome. Thank you.